Today I am going to be showing you how to build two different designs for an emergency meeting button. The item list for these machines, so the item list will include all four of these pods. Same for this one. The item list will be in the description below, so you can go check that out if you want to build this. And I'm going to move on to the tutorial now, and I don't really need to explain how it works. All you pretty much need to do is just get an ender pearl, place it in here, super simple, and the ender pearl will be dropping up and down. And then I press the button, and I'll be teleported. That's how an emergency meeting button works. It's quite a simple machine actually. So now I'm going to move on to the tutorial for this one. I'm going to do that one in a minute, because I'm going to explain that one in a bit more detail, because this one's a bit different, and I think it's a bit better as well. This one's easier to build though, I'd say. First of all, you're going to need to build the table. So this table can be any sort of table you want. I'm not going to actually show you a tutorial on how to build a table, because this is not a building tutorial, this is more of a redstone tutorial. So I've just built a random table out of this stripped dark oak wood. So it looks quite nice, I'd say, but it's up to you really. So now place a button in the middle. Then we're going to get some stone, whatever blocks you want to use. Just use any building blocks, it doesn't really matter too much. So I'm going to place in redstone here, so just 3 across like that. Now you have your redstone in place. We're next going to put the trapdoors. So if I put the trapdoors in like this, so you're going to have the trapdoors this way. So make sure the redstone's facing into the block where the trapdoors will be. Now I'm going to do this on both sides, so I'm going to have 4 different sections where people can go. Now I'm going to go down, so if I get my soul sand, now I'm going to go down to the ground. So I built this quite high up, so if I just place in the soul sand like this. Now if you don't want to know how tall you need to make this, so you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 6 up, you're going to need to make a column that big, otherwise it won't work. Take it from me. So you're going to be making columns, you're going to be making these sort of columns on all sides. So make sure all of these have columns like that. Then place in the water. Each one of these needs to be a water source, so make sure that. So I'm just going to spam water like that. And to know if it's all the water source, you should be jumping up like this. Now the last thing you need to do is put carpet over the redstone, because we don't want to be able to see that, it's going to look a bit ugly. Now that's your table done pretty much, and the emergency meeting button done. And you know how to work this. Make sure all of these columns are like that. I've only shown one for example, as it takes quite a bit of time to make them. Now on to the next one. So here is the next one here. So this one's a bit different. I really like this one, because like you can toggle if you want this trapdoor to close or not, because you can use the levers. If someone's not on the server at the moment and you just want to have a meeting with like 2 people who you're members of a group with, then you can just switch the people who aren't online, and this won't trigger them, so you can save the ender pearl for when they're online. This is just a really nice setup. So I actually came up with all of these designs here, just randomly really. So if you see any designs that you recognise, because like these designs are quite simple to build, so you might recognise some of these from like other YouTubers. I actually came up with all of these anyway, but it's kind of like a coincidence that they may have came up with it in the past or something. So don't get annoyed if you've seen this before or whatever. So this is quite a nice little setup here. So if I place a little ender pearl here, down here, like that. So if I place them in both sections here, actually, just to show a better example. So place one down here. Is that gonna, yeah, that interfered with that. So you've got to place it in quite nicely. That should be fine. Alright. So if I lock this, so that means this ender pearl won't be triggered. So this one isn't. So let me just have them both off for now. As you can see, these ender pearls are still here, and I'm still here too. Now if I untrigger this one, I teleported here, but this ender pearl is still in place. So you can kind of toggle it if you want to. So if I untoggle this, I teleported. So I really like the setup because of that. So if you want to see the redstone, so I'll get rid of all this carpet. So I've got it in this sort of pattern to make it look nice. You can do whatever you want with this sort of thing. You do have to cover up this redstone though, because you know it does look quite ugly. So here's the redstone, it's really simple, just a redstone torch, some redstone here, and that triggers that. So I really like the setup. Now I'm going to show you how to build it. So If you wanted to see it from here, that's a little prototype of what it actually looks like. So now I'm going to show you how to build it. So I'll show you how to build the redstone circuit. So if I get some blocks, so I'll go across here. So I've got some blocks here, and I've got a button. So I place a button here, redstone torch, and some redstone here, and another block here, and I'll get a trapdoor. Place the trapdoor here. As you can see, it should be like that when I press it. So if I press it like that, it will trigger like that. So now I'm going to get a lever, and then place the lever on top of here to toggle it. So this toggling method is quite cool. Now I do advise naming each place so you know who to actually toggle on and off. That will help quite a lot. So I'm going to get a soul sand and just make a tube up. So it's the right height to actually make a tube, which is quite cool. So what I'm going to do now, these will be like temp blocks. So while I'm building this, I'll just go up like this. It's much easier and quicker. So you need to make a tube for each person, like this. And you need it to be at least 6 high, so make sure it is 6 high. Now, you've pretty much got your setup done. Now you just have to build like 3 others or something like that, or however many other people are going to join the meeting. So I hope you enjoyed this video. This video was inspired by the emergency meeting button in Hermitcraft Season 7, so if you want to, you can go check that out. I've got a link in the description, so you can go easily check that out if you don't know what Hermitcraft is, or what I'm even talking about, the mycelium resistance and all that sort of stuff. So if you want to, you can subscribe. I don't mind really, I do this for fun, so it really doesn't bother me too much, but it's only if you want to anyway, or if you enjoy my content. And also, if you're going to watch any more of my videos, then I'll say this to you guys, I'll see you in the next video. And also to everyone else, goodbye.